Oh, yo, what up? I'm back here with another video with these motherfuckers. And I've been thinking about their argument, right? Here we go. Everyone's biggest problem with what these guys talk about is the IQ, right? You hear that IQ test they talk about, that generally white Europeans' IQ is higher. I think it actually even goes Asian first. Asian IQs are higher than like white European. And then they had an order for, like, it was an average IQ of the races, and I don't know how they come up with these stats, but there must be some sort of, I'd say it'd be pretty complicated, right? They would have studied a lot of shit. Let's just say, and let's just say the numbers are right. Everyone's getting all fed up with those numbers, like they mean something. But the IQ that they're talking about, it don't really mean shit, and it could quite be right. Right? Are you saying that one race can't be, on average, have an IQ higher than another? Right? Those are totally possible. It's totally possible to that those numbers are real things, right? But what everyone's getting shitty about is IQ is not, I don't think, tells the whole picture of what intelligence is. It's a great test for how the mind works, but it's not what I would call intelligence, right? So, like, intelligence is also not what we think, but also what we can do, which does mean physical, but I think physical makes up intelligence. You know, it makes up the whole human, right? So it doesn't have to. Why is everyone worrying about what the IQ numbers come back? Because it's probably right. You know, I mean, most, it might be a stereotype, but you know, most Chinese people might kick my ass most of the time in maths. Maybe I might beat some, but they're good at maths, man. The way they're brought up, I guess, just helps them like remember numbers, and or you know, everyone lives different lives, so we're all going to have different advantages. We're all going to be good and better at something and different. But what we need to worry about, and especially all Pacific people, you know what I mean, because it's us that have apparently the lower IQs. But to make up a whole person and a whole intelligence, it's also what you can do. And come on, you know, we all compete in that. You know what I mean? Like, what I'm trying to say is that yes, as white people, you might have a better intelligence by a few points, but I think we have a physical advantage by double as many points. You know what I mean? As in strength. So as a full statistic of a person themselves, don't be offended by that your IQ may on average across people that like you might be a few points less. A lot of yous will have more. A lot of people will will break the mold and we'll be in here, but they'll be up there. You know, there's nothing wrong with it because there's highs and lows. It's across an average, remember? Okay, so there's still heaps of users that are, you know, we're all fucking learning and getting better. But don't take it all in offense when these guys talk about IQ, because we've got way more points as well, you know, on the other end to make up for it. You know what I mean? You want to be crack up about it, but how about my brown brothers and loving their white ladies? How easy it is to get the white ladies. Well, you like that advantage, don't you? We've all got our privileges, man. Don't tell me there's not one of them. Come on, my brother, swear, back me up on this, man. I'm just going stereotypical here, but you know what I mean. Like, we all got advantages. Fuck it, you can have your, you know, you're probably right. You smart bastards, motherfuckers. Your IQ's probably, oh, I'd say smashes mine. Like, who can come on? Petrogawa here. His IQ not even up to standard, so he's not even representing for his homies, you know what I mean? It could have been one of the brothers up there give the same interview, probably make it more crack up, you know? Or Petrogawa got smashed. If anyone's watched this, if you guys watched this interview, Pet, bro, come on, Patty, where's your white privilege at, man? You got fucked up. Shit, man, I thought he would have done the research, you know, he's pretty switched on. Like I say, Petrogawa be smarter than me, maybe not. You got fucked up with these two. But all I'm trying to say is I'm trying to tell us to stop being to look into this shit. You know what I mean? They are saying that IQ's on average, but what they need to be saying is that, yo, don't be angry that your race's IQ might be a few points less than ours, because you'd punch me in the face, you'd fuck me up in a fight. You know what I mean? Like, they don't. They can brag all they want, I'll still smash you in the face. You know what I mean? There's he would never say that to someone because he couldn't. You know, there's offset for that. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with being physical. You know, because you're hard workers. You do hard work. You know what I mean? You know what getting your hands dirty are. That's an intelligence. Like all my homies that don't make. If you don't make a lot of money, you make up for how much fucking work you do sometimes. You know what I mean? So it's physical. You couldn't do that. He couldn't do that. I mean, you could probably learn to, but he's intelligent enough to at least give it a go. So it goes back and forth. They can have the IQ. It is important, you know, being smart in the talking about shit like this for these motherfuckers is hard work. And if you want a few points for that, that's cool. But you know that don't take offense to it because intelligence to me, real intelligence is the whole person, not just what you can think. And I don't know what kind of quiz you do is in the test. Like as some fucker, I've taken a few IQ tests on here. I can't remember what I got, 120 or something, I think. But I did a few. So you know, you start getting used to. You start getting a pattern of what you know of what they're doing, thinking outside the box. So when you take a few, you should start creating patterns like you do.